Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity with myself, Lewis. It'll be brilliant. Have yourself a great day. As always, we finished up the last episode becoming a vampire. Pretty cool stuff, because I've got myself some new skills now. I can drink blood, I can see in the dark, I can mesmerize people. It's very cool. And I've been doing a little bit more vampire stuff between this and the last episode. Well, I actually did a little bit more. I didn't even realize I did it. I've got myself a new ability down here, and I've got this one here for speed, so I can click it. It uses a bit of my blood, so you can see that went down, and now I've given a speed bonus, and I believe I can stack this. So we have like speed, and I can do it again, I believe, or maybe that's the most. I think you can do it when you get a little bit higher up, but it gives you a fairly hefty speed bonus for a little while, and we can also obviously toggle night vision and stuff, which is pretty cool. And most of these came from being a vampire level 4. So the first one was to drink blood, the second one was to transfix, the third one gives us knockback, but normal attacks basically have a knockback effect, which is pretty good, and that was from drinking victims to half blood. And the other one, the number 4, which I didn't even realise I did, I was literally stood around here and it suddenly went, you feel stronger now, your thirst grows stronger. I was like, what did I do? And then I had a look inside the book, and I realised that there was actually one that means we need to stay out a little bit longer. See, strength was flowing into him. The more he drank as the nights progressed, the stronger he became. It was on the 4th night after his mastery of drinking that the world slowed down. So I think it's literally you just need to be a vampire for 4 nights, and that does the task for you. So that's why I managed to get that one, which is pretty good. It is almost, it's becoming daytime now, so I'm just going to sit down here for 2 secs. Now, we have got a few more to do, and the 5th one is quite a handy one, because the 5th level allows us to resist the sunlight a little bit more. Not much, only for like a few seconds, but it does allow us to it gives us a little bit of leeway. So if we accidentally do get caught out in there, I'll be alright. Which is very handy. Very, very handy indeed. But it does mean that we have to craft a couple of things before we can do that. But before I do the crafting, because we're going to be setting ourselves on fire, which isn't the best thing, because the only things that can really hurt a vampire are fire, sunlight, and garlic, I believe. And werewolves. That's the one. Werewolves can hurt vampires as well, I believe. So you do have to be pretty careful of those. And because we're a half-breed, so we are half vampire, half werewolf, and I never really actually went through the pros and cons of this. I remember saying last episode it's not a good idea, but basically the pros and cons is you have the weaknesses of both. So as well as having the weaknesses of being a vampire, so the ones I just said, we also have the weakness of silver because we're also a werewolf. So that doesn't help. Plus, we always will have like about a third less blood than we would normally have because we're a werewolf. So we'll never reach the max cap of blood like you would if you was just a vampire. It'll always be about 1/3 less. So there's that. So what we're going to be doing to start with is we're going to be making ourselves some new swanky clothes. Because as much as I love my protection here that we get from all of our Draconic Evolution goodies, I would like to get myself suited and booted in some vampire goodies. And these will help me with my next quest as well to become a better vampire. So if we have a look inside here, I've got some woven cruor. I don't even know how you pronounce it. I think it's cruor. Cruor. We'll go with that. I've got myself some of that, and to be able to make that, we need wool, and I need about 29 bits, so I need a little bit more. How many we got? We've got 23, something like 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Cool. So we'll take those, and we're also going to need some bone needles, so we'll grab some of this as well. But I am going to need a little bit of blood so that we can do this. So if we make our way over here, because I have found myself a new village, and I actually found myself one of the big villages. If you remember before, we found these villages, and I couldn't remember where they were. I thought they were down here. This is the one we've been generally visiting. It's not any of those. It's actually all the way up over here. This is the village, I believe, that I wanted to go to, because that's a pretty big village. There is another one over here as well, but I saved it inside my this little guy, my enhanced charm of dislocation, so we should be able to get it quite easily. And I even set it on top of a roof, the highest point of the town, where the vampire watches over his prey. So let's head down, and we're going to do this probably on here, and then go get some blood, because this will cost blood to be able to do it. So if we place it down, and we prick it, there we go, we get blood-stained wool. And this is what we need to burn to be able to get our stuff. Look at the guards doing work over there. So we need all of these done. So we're just going to do this. But you can see it's using about half a droplet every time I do it. So the reason I wanted to do it here was so that we could heal ourselves up with that. Cool, cool. We got one more. I think I got just enough blood to do it. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright. So we've got all of that. Let's go and get ourselves full up. There's bound to be some villagers around here ripe for the drinking. Oh, they've already had a drinking. I believe I've already drunk him. There might be some more around here. Let's have a look. Oh. They're nuts. Having a drink. Remember, we can't go past halfway, though, because we don't want to aggravate the guards. And we definitely don't want to be getting ourselves a bad rep, because then we'll get the hunters after us. Definitely don't want that. There's like 3 guys in here as well. This is so good. So much drinking to be had. Let's grab you as well. Yummy. Cool, cool. And we're going to use these vampire clothes to negate the damage that will be done by these sun bombs that we're going to be making. Can I drink you? There we go, good stuff. And they will also give us some added benefits from having a full set. Now, there are 2 different sets of armor, depending on the one that you want. Let's set this to the crypt. I always do it to the witchery area, and every time I burn myself. So let's not let that happen again. So if we come up over here, and we start cooking all this up. So we want to cook you up. Good stuff. And I've made enough to be able to make the clothes as well as my pimp cane, which we'll get to in a minute. So if we have a look inside here at Vampire, you'll see that we have these armors here. Now, there is female and male ones, you know, so depending on whether you're a female or male, you can choose the one that you want. But there's also 2 different types. So we have the regular one, which is the set bonuses here give us 2 pieces of faster drinking, 3 piece is fire resistance and mesmerize boost, and 4 pieces extended fire resistance with protection free. You can also have a where it is, there it is. You can have a armored version, but it only has fire resistance. So you have to pick, you know, you take more damage like this, but you get fire resistance, and you can take less damage of that. But I don't really see why you'd go for that one, because you're pretty much immortal anyway. Like, there's not much damage you can take. If I read off the benefits of being a vampire, you'll see they're pretty large. What time is it? It's not daytime. I don't want to get caught out in the day. So upon becoming a vampire, a player will acquire the following abilities: immunity to poison and disease. You get sense blood, so you can see the droplets on victims. You can drink blood. You have a blood pool filled by drinking, used as an activated ability. Increased attack damage. Immunity to most forms of death except fire. So there's that one. Instant death from sunlight. Hunger regen from blood pools. Eating normal food instantly causes extreme hunger, so you gotta watch out for that one, but your hunger won't go down anyway as long as your blood droplets are up. Fire resistance doesn't work unless you wear these clothes. Death protection poppets don't work, and vampire poppets don't work. So you're pretty much immune. You've just really got to keep a good eye out on the time. That's it, and you'll be fine as long as you don't get. I don't even think werewolves work now, because it said it doesn't say anything about werewolves. So maybe I was wrong there. Yeah, I was probably wrong. I said earlier that you have that werewolves can hurt you. I don't think that's the case. So literally just fire and sunlight that you got to look out for, as well as vampire hunters. Obviously, as vampire hunters, they're going to do damage to you, aren't you? Otherwise, there's no point having them. So let's make our clothes. And where's my crafting table? Here we go. So first one we're going to make will be, actually, let's do, there we go, our vampire dress coat. And we'll have our vampire pantaloons, our bootings, which are called our vampire's Oxford boots. They're nice. And we're going to want our top hat. Very nice. Cool beans. Now, the other thing that we're going to need, if we want our pimp stick, is we're going to need to get ourselves a diamond sword. So we're going to want some of you. We're going to want some sticks. Cool, cool. And this will give us a... Oh, I took too many. That will give us a diamond sword. Lovely. And I believe it's called a cane sword, yeah. So we need some of this, and we need a gold ingot. And the reason we're going to take this, because it doesn't do as much damage as our weapon we have, but it does allow us to store blood inside it. So if we ever want to go to somewhere that, you know, there isn't much blood around, we can use the blood from our stick. So there we go. That's our stick. And we can shift click, and it turns into a sword. How cool is that? It's got a built-in sword in it. You know, we take off the sheath, and we get ourselves a sword. And I think it actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, it does look pretty awesome. Or we can sheath it, and it becomes our pimp stick again. We even hold it down like we're walking, look. That's so cool. Alright, let's get suited and booted. So we want our top hat, we want our Oxford boots, we want our coat, and our pants. Oh, that looks so sick. Especially with our wings. That looks even insane. I wonder if we can take off... I would like to change my wings around, actually. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure there's a way to remove the wings. But I can't remember what it is. Fairy wings, dragon wings, golden wings. Are those the only ones? Invisible, feathery, dragon. Let's try this. Have we got any leather? Got one bit of leather. Alright, I'm gonna pop these in here. There we go. It is getting daytime. Let's quickly head back to the base. I want to see if I can change this around. Because I can't remember if once you've done it, you can't do it again after that. Or maybe you can. But we shall see. Oh man, we really haven't got much. I really need to start doing some like farming of things again soon. I've been so relaxed on gathering stuff that it's getting to the, like a couple of days ago we had issues finding ender pearls. It's getting that way. I need to start, you know, farming stuff up again. So we'll do you. Cool. Oh no, that's really bad. I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die? We have no blood, but I didn't die. I think we're okay. I didn't think about this place. I forgot that this is this is actually it's daytime, even though it looks like nighttime. That's fine. Let's go back to the crypt, and we'll have a sleep. That was a close one right there. Whew, we almost died. But we do need to go get some. We need to go get some blood as well because we're running a little bit low, and then we'll have a look into making these sun bombs, but I should have all my resistances now from all of this, which is very important, and my pimp stick as well. So, actually, I think what's happened is the blood has gone into my blood reservoir. Yeah, look, and we can drink from it. So, 250 is one full blood heart, or one blob. So, as long as we fill this up, we'll be able to drink from it and keep our blood up. So, it's just in case we get a little bit low. But let's try and see if we can do this. Oh, we can. That's amazing. So does this look more? Oh, yes. Oh, that is amazing. Look at us with my pimp stick. Yeah, that's D. Kane right there. Nice. We actually going to want to go do a little bit of drinking, though, before we do anything else. So let's head off to the village. And we should have a drinking boost now. So we should drink faster from villagers. So let's go find ourselves some unsuspecting villagers. Will sneak around in the night, drinking the blood of unsuspecting victims. If we can actually find any, that is. There should be some sleeping in there. Oh, look, he's got a little Pokemon mask. Let's head on inside. Oh, they just went to bed as well. So let's see how quick this is. I like to have kind of an open hand when I do this. Oh, that is so much better. Oh. Sorry. Sorry. Look at him looking at me. I feel like I've just, like, stamped on a kitten or something. Oh, he's going back to sleep. His hat's going to stay there anyway. Has my pimp stick filled up? It hasn't. So I wonder if it probably only fills up when we get it all the way full. Yeah, you stay asleep. You stay asleep. So what are we on? We're on that. So let's go do this. I wonder if we do any damage just by hitting stuff. Not really. But I've got my pimp stick, so I can... Oh, that was sick. That is so cool. I love it. Let's go. There's some villagers in here then, isn't there? Because they were banging on the door. So drink your blood as well. Huh? Oh, no. No, no, no. I got the hunters after me. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. That's not cool. Oh, man. I can't believe we've got the bad guys after us. Let's go and sort these out first. There we go. Yeah, good stuff. Get rid of all the witches. Alright. I really don't want bones. So, let's see if we can find some more victims while we're here. Look, I'll even kill the zombies for you. Maybe that will bring them on my side. Nobody home here. Can hear arrows. Oh. That'd be one. Oh, should we see if we can mesmerize him? We're gonna have to kill this guy first, though, aren't we? Oh no, he hasn't seen me. He hasn't seen me. Yes! Alright! He's gonna come back any second, though. Shh. We drunk your blood? You have no idea! Nice. So there's that. How's our pimp stick? We need a little bit more just to get our pimp stick up to full. Might be a guy in here. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna... Oh, man. I was going a bit too far. Sorry, little man. He's got like a load of blood points back, actually. So, how's our stick looking? Still has no blood in it. So, I wonder how we get blood in it. But surely, I've already drunk you. There's a guy in here. So is that going in the stick? No. I'm not too sure how it goes in there. I might have to look into that one. 250? 0. Siphon blood of kills to an internal reservoir. Use when sheathed to extract. Oh! Siphons blood of kills to an internal reservoir. So if I kill stuff, this could be real bad, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, look at that. It did it. Alright, so how much can we keep inside this? Let's go and find a couple more. We're going to slay these villagers. Unfortunately, this town is going to fall victim to my demise. 250. Not great. But we have got full blood. We filled up our pimp stick. And we're looking pretty dapper. So let's head back to the crypt. And we will look into the next quest that we have to do, which is looking pretty cool. So, let's have a gander in here. So his greatest foe, the sun, was ever present, tormenting and instantly deadly to him. Became his obsession, found a way to collect sunlight and burnt himself with it 10 times during the night. So, we basically need... It made the sound twice there. We need to make sun grenades, I believe. And, or sun bombs? No, there they are, sun grenades. Yeah. So these guys are made by using these. So I have kind of got all the stuff for this already. So daylight sensors, I believe. And sun collectors, I think. So I believe we can do something like this. And what will happen is we will collect sun inside some quartz spheres. Yes. So we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9. Let's see if we can make 9 quartz spheres. Now, I don't think it's instant. I believe... Oh, no. I forgot to drink my, juice. That's not good. Okay. We'll actually use our sword for this, because I believe our sword has, like, area of effect. We literally just have to kill one. Like, yeah, that's what it's all about. Good times. That took out so many of them. These don't even do damage to us, I don't think. They're just annoying. Alright. So, let's make these. So we need loads of quartz. And quartz things. There we go. So this will give us 5. And we need a few more of those. What's that? 6. We need a fair few more of these. I don't want to do too many of them. Let's try turn like half of those into them. 7 might do it. 7, 8. Oh, we're real close. We need 3 more. 9. Okay. Alright, let's see how this works. So we place these on here. And that does that. And now we basically have to wait. But they have to be left out during the day. Which is one little problem for us. Because I can't hang around in the day. So I'm thinking what I might do is let it become daytime. I'm going to go downstairs and just wait in my crypt. And I will probably go downstairs and make myself a cup of tea. Have a little sip, you know, a small tipple, maybe. And hopefully, by that time, it would have been daytime. And our sun thing should be done. I don't really know how long these actually take. I think it's somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes for them to do their thing. But we'll have to see. Let's have a look at what we can do after this as well. Because we can still add pages to this. And see what we have to do after that. So the next one is that one. So first, walk in the sun after his rebirth brought him to bloody tears. He felt his blood burning, but no longer instantly. He needed more strength, and extinguishing creatures of pure fire was his solution. 20 died. So he needs more strength, and extinguishing creatures of pure fire was his solution. So I'm guessing we have to go kill some blazes, I guess. Sounds about right, maybe. You know, beings of pure fire, blaze, doesn't it? That sounds like it, doesn't it? A pure fire was a solution, 20 died. So maybe we have to kill 20 blazes. Or maybe we need to go and kill... What else is like fiery? What else have we done that involves fire? Well, it's Lilith. I wonder if we have to go kill 20 Liliths. That might be a thing. To be honest, we don't really take any damage now because we won't take fire damage. We won't take any damage from anything else. So we're pretty much immortal at the minute, except for the old sunlight issue. But it's not that bad. And once we do this one and we burn ourselves 10 times, we will get a small tolerance to the sunlight, which, you know, definitely make it a lot easier for us. So I'm going to go and do a few things, and we'll be back, hopefully, to have our sun grenades done. I'll see you in a mo. Alright, here we go. We've got ourselves these little ball things. Our sun grenades. Very nice. Now, I did have a little bit of a looky-see while I was waiting for this to happen, to try and find out the exact time it takes for these guys to actually change from the quartz balls into sun grenades. And what it says is it's between dawn to midday. Well, yeah, so the break of dawn through to midday, it will be charged. But it all goes on the sun collectors, the daylight sensors. So if anything blocks the daylight sensors during that time, the progress will be totally reset. So you need to make sure it's in a place where like nothing can kind of walk over it or blocks go over the top of it or anything like that. I believe rain. I don't know if rain will do it, but rain might stop it as well. So you kind of, you know, you need to be a little bit careful of that. But here's all my sun grenades. We do actually need one more, which, you know, kind of sucks because we could only get 9 here. But I believe you can only put 4 daylight sensors around one sun collector and such. We could have put some more on the side. Like, I think I could have put like 1 here and then put some more around it, but I didn't have enough quartz on me at the time to do that. But what we do with these is we throw them and they set us alight because it's sunlight. But we're not going to take any damage because we have our pimp clothes. Very nice, right? Because we have all of the fire resistance. So that does that. And then the little thingamabob goes out, which is cool. We got a little bit of blindness right there, and that counts as 1 sun grenade. So we can do it again, and we basically have to work our way through all 10 of these sun grenades so that we'll level up. I also had a quick looky-see at the next quest, and it is blazes. So we need to go and kill ourselves 20 blazes. So that's what we need to do after that, and I believe that's what gives us the increased speed again. So at the minute we can only increase our speed twice. I believe that does it a 3rd time. And that also gives you jump boost as well, not just speed. So, you know, that's always a bonus. So there's that. Let's do it one more time. We're just going to keep doing this, which is pretty cool. After that, I think that will get us to level 6 in our quest to be an almighty vampire. But already we're looking pretty strong, right? Another thing I think I need to do is enchant all my gear, because we can enchant all of this. So I want to enchant my cane sword, my pimp cane, and all of my vampire clothes and whatnot. So I think I'm going to go and do that at some point, give it all a bit of an upgrade. I was thinking, you know, do I want to make the chain dress coat? And I'm probably not going to. It does give you a lot better resistance, because obviously you still take damage as a vampire. You just can't die. That's kind of the main thing about it. But you never really want to have your hearts all the way down. You know, that's kind of suck, isn't it? So you don't really want that. I was wondering how was there. It's one of my witches wandering around. I was like, there's something behind me. But it's just one of those guys. Actually, tell you what we can do while we're doing this. Let's have a little drink is. And the good thing is, it looks like we got our quartz spheres back. I didn't realise that. So I don't need to make any more quartz spheres. I can just grow and grab some of these. This probably also gives you a good idea of how to harm vampires. So if a vampire doesn't have any vampire clothing on them, well, you can just go ahead and use yourself some sun grenades, and that will do the trick. You know, it's pretty deadly to a vampire if they're not prepared for it. So that's one way you can take them down. The good thing with witchery is very much kind of designed for multiplayer, as well as, you know, you can play it on single player. I'm having a good laugh playing with it, but it is very much designed for multiplayer. There's servers out there that literally have like wars between vampires and werewolves, and once I get myself to a particular level, much like with werewolves, once you get yourself to the highest of levels, you can go ahead and you can infect others. So I can drink other people's blood, and they can drink my blood. I can give them a goblet of my blood, and they will become a vampire as well. It's another good way of turning yourself into a vampire without having to go through the hassle of summoning Ellie and killing Lilith. So that's another way of doing it. Much like a werewolf is getting yourself bitten by a werewolf. So yeah, there's a few ways of doing it. We did actually anger those villagers as well before earlier. So I think my ranking of that town, or my just overall kind of ranking, would have gone down a little bit. And that does mean that we have to be careful, because there are hunters that will try and get us. So we have to be very careful of doing that. But there's all of them now. That's all 9 of them. There isn't really anything else we can do now. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take another quick break, and we'll wait for these to fill up as well. I thought, you know what, I might as well do all of them, hadn't I? You know, there's 9 now. I might as well do 9. I only need 1, but we might as well get all of them anyway. So I'll do that, and we'll be back to hopefully finish up this last vampire quest. Okay, so this should be the last sun grenade to level us up. This will be 10 sun grenades that we've burnt ourselves with in total. And I've also got myself something for the next quest that we'll hopefully be able to do before finishing up this episode. Yeah, there we go. Your thirst grows stronger. Very nice. So that gives us another 8 to play with at some point, but for now, that's all of those. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do before we do this? I'm going to have another sip of my Flux Ward, or Warp Ward. There we go, good stuff. Alright, so let's head on over to the base. Because what I've gone and got myself is a safari net with a blaze in it. Because I was thinking, you know what, we might as well just spawn them, and then we can do it that way. Sounds a lot easier to me. So if we come over this way, and I reconnected all of this, so it should work now. We'll take out this guy, throw in this one, and hopefully this will work. Now, I shouldn't actually take any damage from these guys because I have full fire resistance, but I'm going to, you know, I'm going to try it anyway. So, if we flip the switch, we should hopefully have blazes spawn when it decides to do it. There we go. Hello there, you. So we need to kill 20 blazes in total. This might take a minute, but hey, you know, I was saying that I was running out of resources. Now's a good time to be getting myself some blaze rods. Why not? It's free down. Hopefully, we don't have to worry too much about them being spawned. I know sometimes in mods, they get a little bit iffy about spawned mobs. I know in Britannia, for instance, slimes, when you use the Slimaris, whatever it's called, if you kill slimes that have been manually spawned in, it doesn't count. So hopefully, we'll be alright this time. But man, the pimp stick does so much damage, and that's without any enchants on at all. So I think what it's going to be like when it's enchanted, and it's apparently only has the power of a diamond sword, but obviously because we're in vampire form, because we're a vampire, we get added, you know, we get additional damage bonuses anyway. So we probably do more damage now than it was if we wasn't a vampire and using decaying, because yeah, because we're a vampire. So Let's keep slaying. This will get us up to level 6, and then after that we've got a few more levels to go. The last one seems the most interesting one, being able to fill up like a blood bowl or like a blood tank so that we can then drink it and perform special magics. There is also access to become a bat in one of the later levels so that we can fly around as a bat. Now it does cost blood to turn into a bat, and it also costs blood during bat form. Now I know for some people that's probably not going to be that useful. For me it's not going to be that useful because I can already fly, and for those of you that use I forgot the name of it now. The mod that morph, the one that allows you to change into other. Oh, you got killed by the grinder. The one that allows you to change into different animals. Most people already have a bat. You know, most people as soon as they have that mod, they go straight for the bat. But hey, if you're just doing witchery or you don't want to use those, you can turn into a bat and you can fly around. How cool is that? One thing to note as well is I would have more blood droplets at the minute than you're seeing, but like I said earlier in the episode, we do have a little bit of a, you know, we get punished a little bit for being a werewolf as well. So there you go. Your thirst grows stronger. So that does that now. You can see that we got ourselves another little blood point from it, which is pretty cool. I'm going to turn all of these off and put back my ender guys. Cool beans. And let's pop that inside there. Oh, I got a treasure bag and everything. Nice. You can all go in there as well. Why not? So that does that for us. Now I think we will have an additional speed boost. So let's head to the crypt. See what time it is. Hopefully it's still night time. Yeah, it is. And we're going to give this a little try to see how it goes. So if we go on to here, that gives us speed 2, speed 4, speed 6. Yeah, pretty good. Can we go any higher than that? No, that's as far as it goes. So we got 3 levels of speed now and jumping boost and stuff. So pretty cool, right? We can run around like a maniac, and vampires are generally pretty fast. You know, you see them jump around at the speed of light. That's what we're getting ourselves into right here. We have got another one now that we can do. We're not going to do this one today, but we might as well have a little look at it. So it'll be the final one that we have to do in here. There's still a few more to do, but he could smash solid stone, but bound to the earth. However, fast he was still limited. He called on her once more, repeating the rite of his rebirth, gifted her a flower, the colour of the blood she so craves. So there is that. I believe this one will allow us to break stone, so we can like break cobblestone stone just by hitting it. I think something like that. We might be able to do it here. Yeah, there it is. So you can break it. I don't know if it uses up blood to do it. I don't think it does. We might actually be able to do this one here. I don't know if we have to break it so many times. But we can, you know, we can do that, which is pretty cool. So we can just instantly break it. That goes the same for stone. So if we was down inside a mine, we can break that as well. So it's a pretty nifty way of being able to do your mining, you know. If you get caught with your pants down and don't have any mining tools on you, then you can go ahead and do that. If we go down here, let's go find ourselves a little bit of stone. Here we go. We should be able to break this straight off the bat. Yeah, see? Pretty cool. Me likeys. Actually, you know what we can do? Let's turn on our night vision. Because we're super cool like that. So we can go around, do some breakings. It doesn't look like it uses up any blood, which is nice. And we can do that as much as we like. Although it doesn't work on anything else, you know, it's just this. But we do already have the ability to do mining with dirt and stuff as a werewolf. So I guess they kind of go hand in hand, which is pretty nice. Me likeys, me likeys. Cool beans. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for today's episode, I believe. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a good laugh. Turn that night vision off, because I never know when it's day or not when I have night vision on. And we'll be back in the next episode to hopefully finish up our vampire quests and see if we can look into this blood pool thing. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, then we'll decide where to go from there. Cool beans. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. Oh, get that way. And bye-bye.